Okay, so I am interviewing my coworker on Yale, and I'll just ask a few questions. All right, where are you from?
I'm from Cuba.
Okay, did you go to school there before you moved to the States?
Yes, I did. I went all the way through sixth grade.
Sixth grade. Okay. Did they teach you English in those schools?
Not in the school, but I taught private English classes.
Okay. How was that for you?
It was good. It was very like basic stuff, like hello, how are you, good to be birds, but pretty basic.
Okay.
But it was good.
What age did you start learning English?
I would say when I was around 9 to 11, 12, that's when I moved here.
Mm-hmm. But did you start the classes you took in Cuba? When did you start those?
I started when I was 9. I started when I was in fifth grade. That's kind of when we knew we were moving here. My parents they put me in private classes so that I could kind of like get a bit of like a head start.
Okay. Did taking those classes prior to moving here affect things at home at all?
No, not really.
Did your family try to learn at the same time as you, or did they just focus on you?
They did. They will ask me some questions, like if I could like translate like let's say like basic sayings like how you doing, like how old are things. Like who they'll ask me like if I could translate it for them to see if the classes were working, if they were helping me.
Okay. When did you move to the States?
In 2015, when I was 12, 11, or 11 years old.
Okay. Did you have an ESL
Yes.
program? How was that for you?
It was good. It was. I liked it a lot. Definitely helped me. They will assign you readings and help you with pronunciation and the accent. It was a very good guy, and also they help you with your classes. With your like regular classes, they will help you with that.
What
Doing
would
homework.
what would you say the pros and cons to this program is?
Um, I would say it has a lot of pros. It really helps you learning the language. It helps you with your other classes and helping you doing homework for the other classes. Also, talking to the other teachers because like she has like a language barrier,
Mm-hmm.
so they will grade you with more flexibility than the rest of the students. But at the same time, it kind of puts a handicap on the student. It feels, well, at least it felt like it, because they really. I'm trying to remember. No, when I was in high school, it was different. But whenever I was in middle school, it was kind of like I'll take my tests separate from the rest of the class. They'll put me
Mm-hmm.
like in a separate room for me to take the tests, and instead of doing it by paper, I'll do it in the computer. So it felt like a bit of like annihilating in a way.
Okay.
But I would say that's the only cons to it. Other than that, it's a pretty good program for students.
What would you say your pros were?
Um, Definitely helping you with all of the basics, like the readings, just give you like basic readings and helping you go move to like more advanced readings from there. Um, the whole thing with like the classes and helping you out with the teachers. It also makes you feel not so alone in the class, in the school, because you have other students there that also do not speak English as their first language, so you can become friends with them and you study with them, and it kind of helps each other out.
Did taking the class help you spread out to other kids
Yeah, I
to
definitely
speak
did.
English?
Definitely did. I still have friends from my ESL classes.
Oh, wow, okay. Would you say learning how to read English or learning how to speak English was harder for you?
It was definitely hard to speak harder because of the accent difference. Uh, Whenever you learn a word, it's easier to read it. You already know the meaning, you know the translation. But whenever you have to say the pronunciation is more difficult,
Mm-hmm.
especially from how you read in Spanish to how you read in English.
Would you, if you had children in the future, would you have them here or in Cuba?
Oh, definitely here.
Here? Yeah.
Yes.
Would you use their primary language as English or Spanish?
Well, not unfortunately, it's definitely gonna be English because we're in America is the primary language. But I'll definitely want them to speak Spanish as well. So I do plan to have them take Spanish classes
Mhm.
or go to like a Spanish elementary school, so like a bilingual school, so that they can learn Spanish and English. Because my Spanish is not very good to teach. Like I know how to speak it, but
To teach, it's a different
to
thing.
teach is like a different thing. Like there's a lot of words that I don't remember, or also like I can go more into detail, but the way Spanish works is a bit more complicated than English.
I'm sure.
So definitely not up to it.
All right. Well, thank you for answering the questions.